Hi kids, it's time for art class. My name is Miss Roz and I'll be your PACE teaching artist today. I hope you are not hungry because we are going to be talking about pizza today. Who here likes pizza? I do. We're going to be making a model of your very own little pizza restaurant. It's going to have a counter where people can walk up and order their pizza. It will have a sign that says the name of your pizza restaurant. It will also have a menu like this one that tells all the things that you sell, the foods and the drinks that you sell at your restaurant, and the prices. And there will be a table, and you can add chairs and your food and your plates where people can come and sit and enjoy their meal. This project will be a 3D project because it will stand up all on its own. The top of the paper will be the wall, and the bottom of the paper will be the floor. There are many different ideas that you could do for the ideas for your floor and your wall. We can measure how tall it is, and we can measure how wide it is, and we can also measure how deep it is. That's how we call it a three-dimensional project. This will be a social studies project on goods and services. And we will also include some math when we have to total up your customer's bill. For today's project, you will need this template that I gave to your teacher in the lesson. You will need one for every student. You will need your pencil to draw with, something to color with, crayons or markers, your scissors, and optional is another sheet of construction paper in any color that we can glue our template to support our project and make it a little stronger. Also, you need something to write your customer's order down on, maybe your classroom journal or a loose leaf sheet of paper. Let's talk about why pizza restaurants are important. They provide a good, which are things that people grow or make to sell. There are also people there who provide a service, like preparing and cooking your food and even cleaning up your restaurant. What are you going to call your restaurant? I named mine the Pizza Palace, but you can think of your very own name. And then what kind of pizzas are you going to serve? I chose pepperoni. That's my favorite. And cheese. I'm going to sell water and soda to drink. So you can decide what types of pizza you are going to serve as well and make your own menu. Let's talk a little bit more about goods and services. Look around your classroom. What goods do you see? There are lots of them. What are some of the things your family makes or grows? What are some things that you have that someone made for you? Those are all goods. Your teacher, our firefighters, our police, custodians, and many others are service jobs. Their jobs help people every day, even though they are not selling anything like a good. A pizza restaurant provides both a good and a service. The cooks or the chef make and sell pizza, and the waiters and the waitresses provide a service when they cook, bring your food to you, and clean up after you. Let's look at all we should include in our artwork. There will be a high table like a counter where you could walk up maybe to order your food. There might be a sign with the words written large of the name of the place so it's easy for people to read. You might even see some pizza on top of the counter. What's your favorite kind of pizza? Pepperoni? Cheese? What do you like to drink there? Do you order water or soda? Maybe they also sell a dessert like cake, pie, or cookies. We can use shapes to draw the food in our art project on top of the counters and the tables. There are usually chairs and tables inside where you could sit. Some might even have a tablecloth. You can design the kind of table and chairs you like. Look at the wall color. This room is a sunny yellow color. You can choose what color your walls will be and if there will be any pictures or signs on the wall. Maybe you have seen one like this. It is called a booth with high sides on the backs of the seats. And look at the floors. They are wood. Do you know how an artist would draw those types of floors? Yes, with straight lines. Some floors I've seen are tiles with different patterns and shapes like squares. You can decide how you want your floors to look. This is a menu. It is usually written on thick paper, or maybe it is on a sign behind the counter for you to read. It has the food item listed and then the amount of money each thing cost. Sometimes pizzas come in different sizes, like small, medium, or large. Can you look at this menu and tell me how much a small, one-topping pizza would cost? You see it? $8.99. There is usually a decimal point, like a period, between the dollar and the cents. How much are hot wings? Look down on the bottom left and find it. You see it? $5.49. So, if you get pizza and hot wings, you would have to add those two prices together. We can use prices like $9 for the pizza and $5 for the wings. So 9 plus 5 is what? Yes, it would be $14. And of course, there are some taxes extra. You can set your prices and make up bills for your pretend customers. Also, do you see the name of the restaurant at the top of the menu? This place is called Pizza Counter, but you could make up your own name. Maybe you can include your own name in the title. Maybe it will be Roz's Pizza. Can you think of a good name for your restaurant? Let's get our supplies ready. Does everyone have a template paper like this one from their teacher? And you also need your scissors, a pencil, and crayons or markers out. All right, let's get started. Watch Miss Roz carefully. Today, our project has dashed lines and solid black lines. Can you tell the difference? These are dash lines and these are solid black lines. They mean two different things. The dotted dash lines mean fold, not cut, but fold. Those are the places we're going to fold. That means bend and crease our paper are on the dash lines. These lines we're going to cut. Okay? So let's do this together and watch me. And let's stay together so we won't make any mistakes because it's a little tricky. Get your paper like this. And you see there's a large rectangle and there's a small rectangle. Do you see that? This one could be the counter for the pizza owner to stand at, and this could be the table. But if you'd wish your counter to be small and your table to be bigger, you could switch it. Okay? Let's fold first. Do you see this right here? That's the very middle of our paper, and we're going to make the bottom reach the top, match the corners, and fold like this. Press it well with your finger all the way across like that. So it's folded in half. Okay? I can't see any of those lines, can you? So let's open it back up. And you see where you folded it? Let's fold it the opposite way. So now we can see all the lines and bend it backwards. So now it's just folded easily. You can see that it's on that. If it's a little off, that is okay. All right? So it is folded in half. All right? Do you have your paper folded in half? Now those solid black lines mean that's where we cut. So we're going to cut here, 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 and here. We are not going past where the line stops. That's where you need to stop. So put your scissors on. Remember, your thumb is in the little hole and your fingers are in the big hole. Hold your paper. Watch Miss Ross first. So I put my fingers at the edge of that black line and I cut. When I get to the end of that black line, I stop. I don't go past it. Okay? Do you want to try it? Remember the solid black lines? You cut and then you stop. Okay? Great. Let's move on to the next one. Start at the end of the black line. When you get to the end, you stop. That's our second one. Here's our number 3. This one is shorter because it's going to make a smaller table. There's number 3. And here is number 4. So I have all 4 black lines cut. And when I kept it folded, it cut all the way through like this. Did yours? That's how you have to do it. Okay? And now we're going to fold it backwards again. So, remember how it was? Now it's a little cut, so it's okay. You just fold it again. So now all those black lines are inside. Inside. So fold it back the way it was. Fold it back like it was. And just smooth it out. So now when you open it, you can see the rectangle for the counter and you can see the table counter. Okay? Now this is how it's going to work. It's going to stand up. So watch me. Do you see how this is loose and cut? I'm going to pull gently. See, I'm pulling it out, and so you can see where the counter can stand up now. So here is fold. So let's bend it forward and press. Did you bend it on that line and fold it? Right here, bend and fold forwards. You're sticking your little fingers into this opening. Okay, so that one is folded. Fold it, pull it towards you, and press down. Now this one needs to stand up better, so we're going to fold this one backwards. See, I have my little thumbs inside, and I'm pressing it up. So now, here's the top of the table, the top of the counter, and the bottom, the legs. Do you see how it opens up? Okay, we're going to do the same thing for this one. Use your fingers and pop the rectangle out. Out. Remember, it's folded. Let's fold the bottom dotted lines, press them down, get your fingers inside, and push it backwards like this. Okay, now it's standing up. Now we need to fold the top one and fold it back. I'm being very gentle so I don't tear my paper. Are you being gentle with your paper? So now you can see how our pizza restaurant is going to stand up. If you're having trouble, I want you to raise your hand, and this might be a good time for your teacher to push pause so she can make sure everyone's got the 3-dimensional restaurant standing up. So you just need to fold on the dashed and cut on the solid line. So you're going to fold some forward and back so your rectangles will stand up. Join me back once you have that done. Great. Now let's put it flat again. We can see how that this is the wall and this is the floor. You can see that? So everything above the dash line is the wall and everything below this dash line is the floor. Okay? I'm going to draw with the marker, but I'd like you to draw with your pencil first. Okay? So let's draw the counter. So the bottom part of the rectangle are the legs. So I'm going to draw right across here. So that's the top of the counter. So trace that part of this rectangle with your pencil.
And then if you want some legs on the side of it, I might draw a straight line here and a straight line here. Now this is the top. This is the top. So what is going to be sitting on your counter? You might have a pizza waiting for somebody to pick up. So a pizza, you know what shape to draw for that, right? Yes. And then we can divide it into slices like this. Like that. What else might be on top of a counter? Use your imagination. I sometimes see the cash register, or where they take your money at. Might be a box there. They might have a notebook where they need to write something. They might have a pencil. What else might they have on the counter? Draw everything you think that would be on the counter on the top of the rectangle, and this is the bottom of the counter. Just draw it with your pencil. There might be a shelf in the counter where there's some pizzas. These might be ovals because the way they're looking in the counter. There might be some shelves with some pizzas waiting to be picked up where you can choose and you can draw slices. Hey, maybe you want to put some pepperonis on your pizza. Little circles. So we're just drawing the things that we want on our counter. That's the top of the rectangle and then the bottom of the rectangle. Got that? Now this is going to be a little table. Let me show you. This table that I drew had a round top. So you could definitely do a round top, and it only had one leg in the middle and a circle. So that's one way you could do your table, like that. Let me show you another way. I did this one where it has two legs and then all those, and then I have some different chairs I can show you as well. So I'm going to draw a couple of different ways, and maybe you can watch me and then you can decide. I might do the square table first. Well, I'll trace this, trace the dashed line and do two lines, so that shows you how thick the table is. And then I can draw some legs, and I stop just right past the dash lines. You might just see the side of it where you just see two legs of the table. There might be four, but sometimes you can't see all four. So that is the table. Now this, is the top of the table, so what would be on there? Let's see. If there's someone sitting here, they might have a plate, and this person might have a plate. Don't you need a napkin? You might need a napkin. Maybe a fork. We're just being creative. Hey, maybe the pizza's already there. Maybe the pizza's in the middle of the table, ready to share. Like that. Great. Now, so it looks like the cups are standing up. I'm going to draw a shape you may have heard of, a cylinder. Have you heard of a cylinder? That's like a cup, like a glass of water. So to make a cylinder, I'm going to make a small oval, straight, and then a curve. So there's a little cup. Watch me again. That's a drink for somebody. I'm drawing it on the wall part, so it's going to look like it's standing up. So flat oval, straight line, little curve at the bottom. You have two glasses, so it looks like now when they're standing up, the cups of water are at each place. You can put some straws coming out the top. I'll give you a minute to catch up. All right. Now let me show you that other type of table that you might like. You might want to draw a table that has a round top. So in this section, I would draw a flat oval in the bottom of that. Two straight lines for the legs, and then here's the bottom. Do you like that kind of table? What about chairs? Let's see, chairs. What kind of chairs do you want to put? We can have someone sitting on this side, and we can have someone sitting on this side. So we have just enough space to make a chair. So the side of the chair is going to be on the wall part. So I want you to watch me draw first. I'm drawing kind of like a letter. See if you can tell me what letter this is. When you know the letter I just made, say it. Yes, letter H. Do you see letter H? So it looks kind of like a chair. So that's the back of the chair, that's the seat of the chair, and that's the legs. Those are the legs. So this one would be a backward H so we could face. So there's the tall part, here's the seat, and here's the legs. If you want a cushion, you could put something round. If there's a cushion on the chair, you could do a curved line. So those are straight lines. So let's see how it looks standing up so far. You see how it looks standing up? I can see everything on top of the table. When I look at it this way, I can see the chairs, and then the counter, the pizza, things that are coming along. Great. I'm going to draw one other kind of chair so you can see maybe a different type of chair that you might like. This one might be like letter H, but it might have curvy. If you like this one, you can add some curves to the end of it, and there's your cushion. If you wanted to have a fancy place, those are some fancy chairs, like that. Maybe you have that booth, that big booth that we talked about. Let me show you how to draw that, the booth. The booth has big, thick sides like this. And then it has a bench, and then a cushion, and a cushion. So watch me again. Here's the back of it, straight lines. Here's the seat of it, straight lines, and then a cushion, and a cushion on the back. So that might be a kind of a booth seat. You can make the chairs however you'd like. Does everyone have two chairs now? Did you make those kind of chairs? Did you make the booth? Did you make some curvy chairs? Or what kind of table did you make? Great. Now we're going to think of our title. This one is called Pizza Palace, and this one is called Roz's Pizza Shop. Maybe you want to call it your name. Do you notice I put an apostrophe S? Have y'all talked about that? All right. So, what shape do you want your sign? Do you want it to be a circle, like a pizza? Do you want it to be a rectangle? Let's draw it together. Some people might want to call it Pizza Hut. So this is how you spell Pizza Hut. So P-I-Z-Z-A is pizza. Pizza Hut is H-U-T. Once you write your words, then make the shape that you want around it, so you'll know how big to make your sign. So write your words first, and then put a shape around it, whether it's a circle or a rectangle or that. So you might want Pizza Hut as a choice. You might want Pizza Palace. This is how you spell it. Or you might want to put your name and a pizza shop. So do that now. And then we're going to be making a menu just like this on the other side. Did you write in nice big letters so people can read your restaurant easily? Everyone wants a sign that's easy for people to read. Great. Let's go on to our menu. What are you going to serve at your restaurant? Let's see. I think we should have pepperoni pizza, right? That's what everybody likes. So this is how you spell pepperoni. I'm going to use this space right here to write my menu. Pepperoni. I'm writing it at the very top. Now you need to think about how much it's going to cost. Let's just think of dollars. How much do you want it to cost? Do you want people to come to your restaurant? You shouldn't make it very, very expensive, but then you shouldn't make it a very low price either. You need to think of a fair price when you're offering goods and services. Maybe we can say $10, and so this is how you make a dollar sign, and $10. Some people don't like pepperoni, they like cheese. Now cheese shouldn't cost as much as pepperoni, so what's a number that's lower than 10? Would be a fair price. Maybe the cheese pizza is only $9. So you do your 9, your decimal point, and 0, 0. Now if you want to write something else down there, write something else down there. What are you serving? Are you having cookies? Maybe they're $2. You need something to drink. The healthiest choice would be water. But some people do like soda. So are you writing all the things? And what would be a fair price? Usually sodas cost more. So now you have a list of all the things that you have in your restaurant. Okay? Great. Now what's the floor going to look like? Do you want a wood floor with straight lines like that? Or would you like to have a checkerboard floor like this? I'm going to show you how to do the checkerboard floor, but you can do the kind you want. So have you ever heard the word diagonal lines? So diagonal slant. So I'm going to start in this bottom corner, and I am just doing diagonal lines. If I bump into something like the counter, I just hop over it, okay? Starting at that corner, and I'm just drawing diagonal lines. They slant. Keep going, leaving space in between like this. Okay, got it? Now we're going to start at the other corner and go this way. Do you see the shapes I just made? Looks like a checkerboard, huh? Lots of squares and rectangles. Now you can color these however you'd like. I've seen floors like this in black and white checks. I've seen in red and white checks. You can do whatever you'd like. Now if you wanted the wood floors, you could just draw straight lines across. Or if you just wanted to color it, just a solid color, it could be like carpeting, and you can just color the bottom. I'm going to pause and let you catch up and get your floor done, and think about maybe what color you're going to color your wall. Now that you have everything drawn, let me show you how to glue it to the construction paper if you want it to be more strong. Fold your construction paper in half so you can see where the middle is, and press like this. And then we're going to set our pizza restaurant right inside it so you can see how it's going to fit like this. Do you see? Okay. Turn your pizza restaurant over to the back and get your glue stick. Let's go all the way around the rectangle with a lot of glue stick like this. Go all the way around the rectangle. Then go through the middle of the rectangle a couple of times, like this. Add a little bit more on the floor. Add a little bit more on the wall. So you have it all covered in glue. So these parts have no glue. And then you're going to set it back into the construction paper and fold and press it in. So now you can open it. Right, great, there's your little restaurant. So all there is left now is just to color it. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed making your own restaurant. Now all you have left to do is just to color your different things in the colors that you like. And then you can write a pretend order. You can write the pizza down that they like, the drink that they like,
and use your math skills to add them together. You can make this again, and it can be any type of place that you'd like. It could be a burger place, or it could be a Chick-fil-A, anything you would like. So join me here next week for another visual or creative movement lesson.